Now on to a story that you at home brought our attention to during our community phone bank. In fact, Brian, you took this phone call.
I took this phone call. It is a woman says she was promised an old pole in front of her new house would come down. Victoria Saha went to the development to get her some answers.
Electric poles can be found throughout the city of Las Vegas, but this one stands right in front of a house. The homeowner thinks it doesn't have a purpose, and now she wants it gone, which is why she reached out to 8 News Now. 80-year-old Dolores Taylor has lived in her house on La Madre Way and Jones for less than 2 years, and she's already frustrated with it. But it's not her house that's the issue, it's her view.
Please help me get that pole down.
It's this wood electric utility pole that Dolores wants gone.
But it just looks terrible. I spoke to 3 people that were electricians, and when they looked at it, they said there was no electric going to that pole.
Dolores purchased this house in 2020 after seeing a model of it by a builder.
When it got closer to the time of me closing on the house, I said, "What about that pole?" And the man in the model said, "Well, it'll come down, you know." Okay, when? I couldn't get a definite date on it.
Nearly 2 years later, that pole is still there.
And they said, "Wait until someone calls you." Oh, and I was so happy to hear your voice.
Dolores says she called us after she couldn't get an answer from the builder, D.R. Horton or NV Energy.
If you spend as much money as these houses were worth, you wouldn't want that ugly pole there. If you want a pole there, why don't you put a new one there then?
Dolores tells me had she known the pole would still be here 2 years later, she would have never bought the house. Reporting from the North Valley, Victoria Saha, 8 News Now.